Only when I black out, I don't know what
My
I'm
name
doing.
is Billy Katz.
So what the fuck are we doing here? Cheers.
I don't know. Cheers, motherfucker.
First official.
Yeah.
Let's get her going.
Let's do it. Mm-hmm.
It tastes good. It tastes good.
Doesn't it? It's nice, man.
So we do this hunting thing, this fighting thing, this fishing thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long you been fighting for? Or
Well, I was fighting. I'm retired now. I've been fighting for 15 years. Retired 3 years ago. Won a couple world titles in New York and decided to hang it up at 36.
Well, you fought for glory, right?
Yeah, I fought for glory for, I don't know, 5-6 years maybe. I don't know. Got a bunch of fights with them.
Glory was kickboxing, though, correct?
Yeah, glory was all kickboxing. I prefer Muay Thai, but kickboxing was the biggest thing around here. Muay Thai is not really big here in the States.
What's the difference?
The big difference is really just the elbows.
Okay.
The elbows are the biggest difference. Where like with kickboxing, you're going to utilize more inside boxing. With like Muay Thai, you can't really utilize too much inside boxing.
But Muay Thai, there's a clinch, right?
Yeah, there's a clinch. I mean,
But
you
you
can
can't
kind of
do that?
clinch. In glory, you can clinch a little bit, but the elbows are the big difference. Like your standard guard or whatever, like boxing guard, works good for kickboxing, boxing. But with Muay Thai, you start doing that, you're going to get elbowed in the face. So you don't really want to do all that.
So Muay Thai is a little bit more painful?
Yeah, Muay Thai is more dangerous. That's why I usually like Muay Thai, because it's just the danger level. So, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Our first little podcast. I know you've been talking about it, getting drunk, stumbling.
See, I don't get drunk. I get better. I don't get drunk. I don't stumble either. I just fall down. But,
calling me every week. We gotta do this podcast. Now we're here, man. It's finally happening. I'm excited. I'll cheers again to that.
Yeah, why not?
Fuck. Let's go.
So no, we became friends. A couple years ago. I know that you trained my son for years.
Yeah.
I know when COVID happened and shit hit the fan, but he was down here in this basement with you.
Yeah. This very basement.
Walked in and was scared as shit.
Yeah. I mean, most people are when they come down here. The crazy thing about this basement is this is where it all started for me. Yeah. I mean, I started training outside of here, but in this basement, we had two other guys. Even for a little bit, my wife was just training me down here. And I won a couple gold medals in like a world tournament just with my wife training me. Yeah. And like she was just holding pads for me. I was swimming, hitting the bag. And then like down in this basement, we had like I said, 1, 2, tops 3 guys at a time. And I was 5th in the world down here and number 1 in America for years. And it was all in this basement.
So all right. So then I want to ask you a question. So I know you had spoke about you were number 1 in America, but weren't you one of the first Americans to?
Yeah, to fight in I was in Thailand shortly after my son passed away, and man, I had an opportunity that they opened the new Lumpini Stadium, which Lumpini Stadium, in case you don't know, is just the mecca.
I don't.
It's the mecca of kickboxing. Like that's one of the most prestigious stadiums in the entire world. Right. So I was there. I happened to be there at the time, and I bought a one-way ticket after my son passed away. Just immersed myself in the training, and I got a chance to fight there. And I fought 2 weeks before too. Yeah, I fought 2 weeks before as well.
In America?
No, in Thailand.
Okay.
I fought a Thai at this other little campus or whatever, and knocked him out in the 3rd round. Then they hit me up. They're like, "Hey, we want you to fight in new Lumpini. You'd be the first American to do so." So I jumped at the opportunity. And I ended up finishing him in the 3rd round with body shots. I beat the living piss out of him. And then actually I came back home 3 weeks later, and I fought this Mexican kid in Wisconsin, and I stopped him with low kicks. I had 3 pro fights in 5 weeks, and I finished all my opponents.
So how long did you do it for?
Fighting?
Yes.
About 13 years, something like that. Like I was actually like fighting.
No, as a pro.
Oh, as a pro? It's a great question. Probably like 10, 11 years.
Okay, and so here's another question. So why did they notice you, and why did you go pro? So you're fighting amateur, right?
Yeah.
And you train a lot of amateurs, right?
Yeah.
And I see it all the time, right? Whenever I come to the gym, you train my son. Yeah. what makes you make the decision to say, hey, this guy needs to go pro? He's ready, like for you, like when you're a younger guy, whatever.
So you usually base off obviously experience. I had like 20 fights. I won every amateur title, every show around here, and I was like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna go pro. And man, I traveled to Thailand by myself for my first pro fight. Went out there for 30 days my first time. I never really left the country like that.
Yeah.
And I ended up fighting Russia.
Your wife went with you?
No, just myself. I went out there by myself for 30 days. I bought a ticket. I went to Sisson Penang in Bangkok, and then I fought this Russian guy. They had like 70, 80 fights at Yokkao.
Do you remember his name?
No, I don't. But I can tell you this about him. I looked over, and there's this guy. There's bleachers there. We're in like Yokkao Stadium, like type of a Yokkao Stadium. It was in Peng. Not Phuket. It was shit. I can't remember the name. I remember
like the movie
soon.
Hangover, right?
Yeah, yeah, kind of like that. But I look over and there's this, because there's bleachers outside. We're behind him. There's this guy standing in the air with his foot on the bar, doing the splits in the air as he's standing. I look at my trainer and I go, "Hey, who the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Richard, that's who you're fighting." And I was like, shit's getting real.
Yeah.
And I remember, man, we started that fight. He hit me with a fucking axe kick and like a spinning back fist. After that fight, I couldn't chew food for like a week.
Did you
I had
win
to drink. Yeah, I won. I won on points.
Yeah.
I had better conditioning than him.
Yeah.
You know, the ties, Richard, your boxing is good, but here, no score. You must kick. So I just kept pounding kicks. I won on points. But that was such a surreal experience. And I remember afterwards, my shins are fucking on fire from just checking and kicking people in my forearms. And I'm covered in tire oil. I'm burning. But I have this euphoric feeling. And I'll never forget, I'm like in this alleyway and there's like a hose. And I'm like the moon shining down. I'm back there by myself. I'm in pain, but I'm so ecstatic. I just won my first fight, and I'm washing myself off, and I see some baby cats.
Yeah,
just like whatever, just walking back there. I'll never forget that experience. It was like, and then I drank and smoked cigarettes the rest of the night.
What were you drinking? That's the question.
We were drinking Tigers, I think, or no, Leo. It's a type of beer in Thailand. It's delicious.
Beer?
It's a beer. Yeah, I was drinking beer. And they have some, I think I was drinking the Hong Thong or whatever. That's like a Thai type whiskey or some shit like that.
So you retired a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're retired. So how does it feel to be retired?
It feels great.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I did everything I wanted to in the sport.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, as you get older, you can't fight father time. And I got 6 kids. When I'm fighting and training like that, like everything took a back seat in my life. Like I'm a psycho. When I have a mission and a goal, like, nothing else matters. Job, family, but that's what it takes to fight at that high level. And after so long, I was like, man, I want to spend more time with my kids. I want to spend more time with my family. Like, I won world titles, like kickboxing and in Muay Thai. I'm like, what more is there?
Well, you fought for glory, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
What more is there for me to do?
Right.
Like, so
you get to a certain point, it's like, okay, I want to do something else in my life.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
and then after, like, the fighting and shit, I got into fishing, and then, meeting you, and you always been like, man, you gotta hunt, Richard Abraham. Yep. So then, then we started that journey, and it's been,
well, that's a joy to me, is because that's been my whole life.
Yeah,
I've grown up as a kid.
Yeah,
since 3, being up to Canada. I'm 53 now. Mm-hmm. This year was my official 50th year going to Canada. Everybody caught big fish except me, but
yeah.
I'm used to that. But no, that's what it's a part of. Like, I love being, we became friends, but I love, you trained my son, and I like the fact that, we can hang out and drink whiskey or whatever, but I love the fact of teaching you how to hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, to me personally, I think it's the greatest sport in the world.
Yeah.
But I was raised on that. A lot of people say different. Yeah. But just like fishing, though,
Yeah.
I mean, we hunted 1 year together already?
Yeah,
and,
1 year.
And you shot your first deer.
I did shoot my first deer.
And that was a good moment,
First
correct?
year, yeah. Yeah, it was a great moment. Like, I did have the longest shot of the year.
So full
a
of
bunch
shit.
A bunch of veterans 40 plus
I know,
yards.
but come on. No,
40
it was,
plus yards with the
no,
bow.
You're lying. It was 38.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
It was 38.
Shit.
It was 38.
40 plus.
The good thing is, you could say whatever. You're a typical fisherman. You could say whatever you want. You found the deer, remember?
I did.
When we
I
tracked
did find it, yeah.
And how good is that moment?
It was incredible.
You know, I mean,
that feeling, that rush that you get, is very similar to fighting, and that's one of the coolest things with like fighting. When you're about to go in there, man, you're scared out of your mind. Like I got, I don't know, probably close to 60 fights. I've lost count, but man, you're like freaking out. And like I always was for every one of my fights, I was in the back, and that was like.
I couldn't imagine because I freak out when my son has fought for you and you train my son and I watch him fight. You're having this moment of just like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, I might go get knocked out in front of thousands of people. Like, what the? And, you know, I remind myself, like, don't be a bitch. Like, let's go. You signed up for this, ride up. So I never vocalized how scared I was, but in my head it was war. And then like, you know, the feeling that you get from catching a fish, you get that euphoria, that feeling like I'm hunting. Correct. Even when I had that deer, which is crazy because I did have like one or two in my sights before, and I remember my heart just started banging, and then I started shaking a little bit, and I was like, oh, I gotta grab this fucking bow quietly now, and I'm like, man, I'm like, dude, like the immense rush you feel from that is just insane. Which is like similar to me as for fighting. I like feeling alive. Correct.
You know, without, you know, obviously any type of substance or women, just like the natural feeling of life. And man, like that deer actually, the one I killed, which was crazy, was I was sitting there looking as a cornfield. I'm looking. And
Top of right road.
Yep. And I'm looking on my phone. And I'm actually playing a hunting game, which is funny. I'm sitting there playing a hunting game. I happen to look down my phone, and I'm playing this stupid game. And I look up, and there's the deer right in the middle of the field. And I'm like, how did it get there? So I didn't have time to be as like nervous in the beginning. But I stood up, quietly grabbed the bow, drew back. Thing was moving out of the way, even though it was like broadside, or you told me not to shoot if it's facing that way.
Yes.
But I did.
No, broadside's a good shot.
No, it wasn't broadside. It was
either quartering away or
quartering away.
Quartering to. It was probably quartering to.
Yeah, I think it was quartering to.
Quartering to.
But I punched it, and I'd always thought about the exit, and it went out. It went through, and then it went out. It went through the one way, and then went out the other way, and it was stuck in his shoulder.
Yeah.
And for a second,
I'll never forget though. You were texting me. You're like, oh, arrow's still stuck in him, and I'm sitting in the tree. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I
thought I wounded it. I felt like shit. I'm like, I don't want to wound the deer.
But that happens. That's part of deer hunting.
Yeah. I know.
Everybody wounds deer. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the best hunter in the world. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to do it.
Yep.
Is it a shitty feeling?
Yeah. I did, because I was like, man, I fucking wounded this deer. But I didn't think about it. Like then after I shot and the time was ticking, then I started shaking. And I was like, holy shit, I hit it. I hit it. And I'm like, then I thought about like, how did I hit it? Like, because I was so focused on the mechanics of how I was shooting.
Form is number one.
Form, yeah.
Form is number one.
I was 100% focused on form. Yeah. Like when you hit a good golf ball, you're supposed to just keep your head down and fall through and not lift up. And
just like you're fighting.
Yeah, you don't.
Form is number one.
You don't see. And man, when I hit it, like I didn't realize. And then obviously you came out and we were finding it, and you were actually like, let's come back in the morning.
Well, because I've seen it happen a lot on our farm.
Yep.
We push deer, and I've done it too. Yeah. You get all excited, and you want to go run after that. Oh, I shot one, and then the deer runs 2-3 miles on a neighbor's property, and you're screwed unless you got a good neighbor.
Yeah.
You know, but you saw it last year. A couple deer got wounded on our farm.
It's true. Yep.
And it happens. It's part of it, but you stuck with it.
Yep.
Right? And we found the deer, right?
Yeah,
you know.
The blood, I remember it went like a circle.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is weird, because it runs, it just leaves the track. But like, why would it be going a circle? I was like, it's spinning. I was like, it's gonna die soon. And I looked like right in between these bushes, and there it was. And I'll never forget, man. That was such a
we got pictures of it.
Euphoric feeling. That was amazing.
But the good thing is, I mean, the deer was found.
Yep.
You know, you had that good moment because, I mean, we've seen it. I mean, I brought your son out.
Yeah.
My son has hunted.
Yeah.
And those two son of a bitches, I mean, just
Yeah.
drilled deer and got them done. But they were
know.
using a crossbow.
Yeah.
So we can go into that conversation. But that's a whole nother
Yeah,
whatever.
they're
but,
kids. They're
correct.
children and women, you know, and older people.
But you have to see the comparison to like what the kids did. Like, all right, your son shot one, which there will be on a another episode, whatever, when we figure that out. But which I want them to tell their stories because I think they need to be told. But your son, you know, I bought this crossbow for my son as a youth, and I want him, you know, I've been training him for years, and I think my son has become a very good hunter now. But your son shot that one at 65 yards.
Yep.
And
Low light too.
Yeah, and you were bugging the shit out of me. That's a good story. So we're sitting. So remember we go, and he's like, "Oh, Bill, I want to go.
We seen like 20, 30 deer that day.
42,
Or 40,
and we were
ridiculous.
sitting in the rain.
Yeah.
Well, we were sitting in the tower,
Yeah.
but it was nice. We had a good time.
We did.
And then it was, later in the day, and you're like, come on, let him shoot. And I didn't know what the crossbow did yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was dialed.
You're like, let him get closer, let it get closer. I'm like, Bill, fuck it, just let him shoot.
What was it, like a half hour before light?
Yeah.
And it comes in, come on, Bill, come on. I'm like, all right, hang on, 65 yards. And all of a sudden, boom, your son shoots.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, son of a
He freaking
bitch.
laced that thing.
Yeah,
dude.
he center punched it.
I was
Boom.
seeing him. I was like, buddy, take a deep breath, exhale slow, and then squeeze. And that kid is dialed, man.
He did a phenomenal job for that. But that's
10 years old. Yeah.
But that's what's great about it because you had that moment, and your son's never going to forget that.
No.
It's just like you're fighting, right?
Yep.
I mean, you had moments in your fighting career that were amazing that you will never forget. So that's why I love hunting and fishing so much is because you do it with people that you love.
Yeah.
You know, and good friends. Like, you know, I mean, when I came to the gym for the first time and I brought George to you and we were whatever. Mm-hmm. We weren't like we are now. Yeah. Correct? Our relationship has evolved. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. But I'm sure you got a lot of people up your ass. Yeah. Because you were a professional fighter. You run a gym. You run promotions. You run NMTA, right? Yeah. So you probably have a lot of people that want to hang out with you. Yeah. Am I right or wrong?
You're right. But to be honest, I don't like people too.
I know. Neither do I. Neither do I. But
I like to sit on my couch with my wife,
right,
and eat pizza and watch Netflix.
Right, but I mean, you have to think about it that way, you know. Yeah. I mean, things have evolved, and we became friends, and now you're getting into the hunting thing.
I am. It's been a blessing because, man, when you're that dedicated to fighting, you're training twice a day, at minimum. I would typically wake up at 4 or 5 a.m., train for about 2 hours, go to work all day, you know, come home, spend a little time with my family, and then literally go back in the gym from like 8 to 10:30, 11 every single night. I'd go to bed around midnight. I'd get about 4 or 5 hours of sleep at night. 6 days a week, I kept that up to provide for my family and chase something I was very passionate about. And, man, it was, I remember those times, and I'm like, damn, man, like, that was such a crazy thing, but it like showed me so much that, man, as men or as anyone, if you want to really do something, you're going to fucking do it. Yeah. And if not, you're going to make excuses.
Well, you got to put everything into it.
Yeah, that's it. And people always, I got to sleep. I got bills. Everyone has that. Right. But the thing is, like, do you really want to accomplish something? And that's what I had. In my mind, I knew when I looked in the mirror, like, I was like, I could retire. No one would blame me. I got all these kids. I got businesses. I got to do this other stuff. And I looked myself in the mirror all the time, like, you're a pussy, Rich. Yeah. You wouldn't. You could have done more. I wouldn't. I would have got older and not respected myself. Because I knew I was capable.
Where you were done.
Yeah, and then just my body, like at the end, my body was just not recovering. I was in like great. I kept myself in better shape. I quit drinking for like 3 years and 23 days, to help preserve my body. And like, man,
what weight did you fight at?
I fought at between mostly 170, but I fought at 150, like 155. I would cut down to as well.
So did you feel that fighting at a heavier weight was easier, or fighting?
Yeah, well, at 170 was still harder. I mean, when I walk around about 2 beans. Yeah. And I'd cut down to 170 because you're cutting like 15 pounds of water. Right. That's pretty standard. 13 to 15 is pretty easy. I can cut more than that. I cut 22 before. It was the most I've ever cut.
22 and how long? How many days?
3 days.
3 days,
3
22
days.
pounds.
Yeah.
Now that's ridiculous.
That was when I fought in Africa.
Okay, so here's my question: losing 22 pounds. I mean, you're a big fan of UFC, so am I. We like watching the fighting stuff. So why? I mean, is that good for your body?
No, not at all. Probably takes years off your life. I don't know the exact reason,
Yeah.
but there is an advantage. Like fighting is very strategic, right? You're always looking for an edge.
Correct.
And like this, the way the sport is, like people cut weight.
Right.
You know, I mean, you look at Alex Pereira. I mean, the guy cuts like 30 pounds.
And then he goes into the ring 20 or 30 pounds heavier.
Yeah, he might fight at whatever, 205. He comes in the ring next day, 235, 240.
Right.
You know, that is a huge significant advantage if there's an art to cutting weight. So that's part of the reason why you do it. And it's just how it is. So it's just part of the sport, man.
But then after you cut that weight, you load up.
Yes. Yeah, you water load. It's basically you're just pulling all the water out of your system. So you basically, I call it
basically dehydrated, like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, you're super dehydrated. So you're not actually losing weight. You're just, your body holds so much water. There's so much weight right now. Like if I wanted to right now, I can go lose 10 pounds if you give me like 2 hours. I can go cut 10 pounds of water out of my body. So it's not fun. It sucks. No. It's miserable. You start questioning your very existence, but it's very possible.
No, I've seen you guys when I've seen you had Jose or Cody or some of those guys in towels sitting in a bathtub.
Yeah, those guys are sensitive.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what are you, when my son fought, I don't know, a couple of years ago for you, and he had to lose like 3 pounds, and he was slamming the door on my face.
Yeah.
He's like, my wife's like, let him eat. No, he can't eat. No. I'm like, and then
part of the system.
He made weight the next day. And
that's the whole thing.
I'm like, hey, dude, this is what you got to do.
It's part of it. Honestly, I always said it was, man, it is the price to pay to fight someone legally.
Right.
Because I truly do enjoy fighting anyone. I can fight.
Of course,
I can fight I don't have to be angry to fight someone. Like I fight all my friends. Like I literally beat up all my friends. Ain't that right? Ain't that right,
you
Billy?
should beat up your friends.
But like I don't, like I'm saying is, people think like fighting is like this angry thing. You don't have to be angry to fight. Like, but like if you do. You want to obviously fight someone in the street or something like that. Right. You can get in a lot of trouble, right? You can get sued. Right. Someone does something stupid, but like to go do it on a stage, it requires some sacrifice, right? It requires discipline. You got to do medicals. Right. You got to do all this stuff. You have to, bring it all together, and you have to cut weight, and that's part of what it costs to fight someone legally.
Okay.
And you get to go in there, and you get to go with someone that's been training to fight you. And to me, it's just, I mean, what people talk about other sports, and like, to me, it's like basketball, baseball, football. Sure. Those are like
team sport.
Yeah. Those are fun. Those are cool.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
you're not putting
like,
your
if you
head
sit
on
there
the
and beat me in basketball and I say, well, I could beat your ass.
Yeah.
But if you beat my ass and say, well, I could beat you in basketball.
Right.
I totally
agree.
What I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree. It's one-on-one.
No one's going to say that.
It's up to you. It's not up to a team.
It's the ultimate
correct
sport.
I believe it. And that's why I take, and I'll make another spin into it.
Yep.
But that's why I like to do it with the hunting and fishing shit, because it's up to you. I mean, I've been face-to-face with a big old brown bear. When I was in Alaska, I've been face-to-face with a water buffalo in Argentina. I almost got killed. I've been face-to-face with a black bear. And we can go into that stuff, but it's a one-on-one thing. It's up to you what you are going to put into it.
Yep.
Not anybody else. Not 4 other guys on the basketball team, or not. Yeah. What's football? 11. What's the other 10? You know what I'm saying? It's a one-on-one sport. I think is so much, and whatever. It's just my opinion. Yeah. Everybody could think I'm an asshole, but it's different because I've watched my son fight, and I've watched you guys and all the fighters fight. Yeah. I mean, I see the emotion, I see the dedication, I see, and that's the same when it comes to the hunting shit, is because you put so much time into something that you love. And if you fail, okay, so what?
Yeah.
You know what? I learned from my mistakes.
Yep.
I mean, have I missed deer? Shit, yeah. Have I fucked up muskie fishing and that big fish was there and I fucking screwed the pooch? Yeah. Have I drank too much sometime and fell down? Yeah. But I learned from my mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm 53 years old now at this point, but.
How many deer do you think you've killed?
That's a good question. I don't really
Just
know.
a guess, like a quick guess. Like if you were just throw a number out.
Over probably 100.
Okay. How many have you missed?
Probably over 10 to 15, probably.
10 to 15.
Yeah,
So,
but I
okay.
missed with a gun.
Hold
and
on,
I missed
hold on.
with
So
the bow.
we'll just say 10. So you're a 90% shooter. I'm 1 for 1. I'm a 100% shooter. Write that down.
Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, you just got started though. I probably missed more, but do I remember my misses? Yes. The number one miss I do remember is in 2011. I'll never forget it. I shot one of my biggest bucks with a bow. It was a nice 10-pointer. What, everybody talks about score, and you look at that deer or whatever right there. He's a 175-inch that we lost to EHD on our farm. I found him, whatever. But I shot a big deer, whatever. It was probably maybe a 150 10-pointer. Beautiful deer. So we go into shotgun season. Everybody takes their spots. We hunt with like 10 guys, right? You know that.
Yeah.
And I go, everybody takes their just go to this creek spot. And I'm just sitting there. And this big deer comes out following a doe, and it was the rut. And I'll never forget it. It took them about 45 minutes to get across the field, and they come right in front of me like, holy shit. This thing had Coke bottle. I mean, the mass on this deer was huge. The deer was huge. They were pushing 300. I don't know how much he would have scored, but his mass was, ridiculous. Shot at him once. Boom. Looks at me. Goes back down. I shot him 3 times. I thought I hit him.
Did you hit him 3 times or
Completely missed him.
completely
75
missed him?
yards. Takes off. Well, I think I hit him. I mean, like, my gun's... What I didn't do was prep before season and make sure my gun was dialed. And my gun was always dialed. So we tracked this deer all night. Never found him. Next morning, I was sick all night. Didn't sleep. Looked in the morning. We took my gun to the range, or right on where camp is. Shoot it. My scope rings were loose.
Oh, brutal.
Probably would have been one of the biggest deers I've ever killed in my life. But it taught me a good lesson. It taught me, like, I'll bring it back to the fighting thing, to prep. You have to prep. You have to prep everything. You have to know when you're going into a tree, my bow's dialed, my gun's dialed, it's confidence. Like when you go into a fight.
Yep.
Confidence is what? Number one, right?
Key. Yeah, 100%.
Correct?
Confidence and preparation.
Right. If you don't have that, what are you going to do?
Your shit.
You know? That's why we shoot on Wednesdays. I'm like, come over, everybody come over on Wednesdays. The number, I hate seeing someone, and it happens, it'll happen every year. I hate seeing someone put all their time and prep into something, and they go into a tree stand, and they shoot something, and you're going to fuck up sometimes. It happens. And they wound a deer.
Yeah.
I respect that animal to the ultimate. I really do. Everybody thinks we kill animals, and and I eat everything I kill.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
I enjoy it. I don't go to the grocery store and buy a steak.
Yeah.
I got my freezer full of pig, deer meat, chickens. I guess I got to buy chickens, but whatever. I ain't going around killing chickens. But but that's the point. I mean, you're seeing it now where you know.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think that we have become... I think too many people in this world make it's easy for them to just go to the grocery store and buy their meat and,
Yep.
But that's the point we have gotten to, so,
It is what it is.
Yeah. So, all right, so here's the question. Okay. So you're a professional fighter. Yeah. You traveled all the world and you fought. Okay. Beat people's ass for a living.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you were done with that, you got into what? You got the gym.
Yeah, I started the gym a couple years before I retired. Maybe a few. I don't remember, but I started it when I was still fighting. I figured it'd be great publicity for when I was fighting.
Okay, but number one question is, why did you start the gym for one, and why did you put it in that name?
Damn. We're going to go deep, huh? So,
well, I think that needs to be told because honestly, I think you're a phenomenal guy. You're my friend, but I have to say, you honoring your son in that way is very, very respectful because I've honored my dad in a way as well. And I think that's very, very important for anybody to do whatever they do in life.
Yeah.
If they're respecting someone else and honoring someone else or whatever they do, they will always be successful. And I believe that in my heart. But go ahead.
So I guess we'll bring it back to 2013. I believe it was 2013. I kind of lost track of time a little bit, but I had my first son was born. His name was Maximus, and at 5 days old, he passed away for reasons we're still not sure about. Just kind of a fucked up situation. And I was still an amateur at the time. I mean, I really enjoyed fighting, but I didn't. It wasn't like it was serious, but not like as serious.
Right.
But then when I went through his loss, obviously I was a father that lost his first son. Emotionally distraught. I'm angry. I'm mad at the world. And I immersed myself into my training, and that's when I bought the one-way ticket to Thailand. And man, I started actually growing a beard at the time, and I grew my beard.
Yeah, the stash looks great, though.
I got stash now.
I've never seen you with a stash, but it's
me
kind
either.
It's
but
kinda,
then I grew my beard for every year, for a whole year, and I only shaved it on my son's birthday, and I kept it shaved.
Yeah, I remember meeting you for the first time.
For the 5 days he was alive, and that was kind of what I did forever. And then I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, hey, as a father, how do I honor my son? So the beard was there, and then I was like, I want the world to know my son's name, Maximus, because he didn't get a chance to do that. It's my job as a father. That's awesome to do that. And plus all the pain and everything I was going through, it just elevated my training. Instead of drinking and a lot of negative shit, man, I just buried it, that hate, that rage into training. And
that's what made you.
Yeah, that's what made me who I am. I wouldn't be who I am today without that happening. And I built the name up. I fought. I never turned down a fight. Never pulled out of a fight. Never missed weight on a fight. And it was all for Maximus, and that's what we fight for. And I trained hard. I took these fights, and we started the Maximus Muay Thai, and man, everyone was just like, who's this fucking guy at the Midwest? And and obviously my story started getting around, and then actually Glory shot a piece on me, and they actually came here right to this very basement, and they actually they followed me for the day. They were here at 4:30 a.m. and they shot like a day in the life of Richard. And I told
watched
my story.
I watched at the gym.
And dude, it just, as a father, I felt, man, this is what I want to do for my son. And just through fighting and through hard work and sacrifice, I got his name out. And years ago, when I was still fighting, I was in my 30s, but we had a chance to open the gym, to keep his name on, because I know.
So when did you start the gym?
I think it was like 5-6 years ago. I don't remember. Okay. I'm so bad with dates. But I was like, I'm going to die someday, or I'm not going to be around forever. I can't carry on this.
Two things we have to do is die and pay taxes. So
exactly. So I was like, how do I keep his legacy going with me not here? So then I had an opportunity to open up Maximus Muay Thai, and I did. I opened up the gym in honor of him, and now we have, I call them Maximus soldiers, our fighters. But a lot of them, almost all of them, have tattoos of Maximus on there, because how much that gym has changed and has molded their life and just given to them.
No, that's why I put my son there.
Yeah, and that now they're the ones that are expected to carry on the name. After I'm gone, like, that gym is still gonna, like, it'll be there.
It's a legacy, dude.
It is a legacy.
You have to. Yeah. Like you said, you have to portray that name, and you have to keep doing what you're doing, because. And that's what gives you the drive, correct? And that's what made you who you are, because of that. Everything happens for a reason, right?
And
it does.
And that, what happened was the most worst thing, especially a father can go for, and a mother. But it's like, it really did mold my life, and it turned one of the most tragic things into strength. And we were talking about just having one kid, Kelly and I. But now I had 3 other kids. I got my son Titus. I got my 2 identical twin daughters, Kelly and Athena, all because of that. I became this, world-class fighter. I opened a gym. We also have Maximus Promotions, which is a fight promotion. It's not,
which I've been to, which is great.
Thank you very much. I take all my experience from fighting on the world stages, and I give back to the community. A lot of these other promoters, they do it for the money. They do it. They cut corners. They do it for the money. We do fireworks. We do high graphics. we go all out on our shows to deliver the highest stuff. Even though it's an amateur show, it's still like a world-class stage.
No, it's
we have
not
pay-per-view.
I mean, it is amateur fighting, but it's like a professional.
I mean, we
deal.
got our own app. You know that, right?
Oh yeah,
We have our own app.
I have the app. I watch it.
It's fucking. You can download right there on the app. And
well, you could watch the past fights. Correct?
Yeah, you can watch the past fights on there. You got our champions page. I mean, there's everything on the app.
So, all right, so you do the promotions, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you got one coming up. What, September 6th?
September 6th.
Okay,
September
at
6th.
what?
Maximum
The Piazza?
16 at the Piazza in Aurora.
Okay,
and we got some great fights on that. Like I'm pumped for that.
How many fights you think you have that day? I mean, I know
it's still open right
dumb
now.
Question, but I mean,
we'll probably have around 15, and then we always do some jiu-jitsu. We've been doing like this quintet tournament,
right?
Which I love it. It's basically it's jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
It's submission, and I get like for people that your average fight fan, they might think jiu-jitsu gets a little boring, but the way we've kind of spun it, we'll take a team and there'll be 5 guys on the team. Their total weight of the team is 930 pounds. So it doesn't matter. So like you could have a guy that's 260 pounds or 65 pounds, which we've had, has ended up going against the guy
like
that's
160 pounds, right?
Yeah, 160 pounds.
Right.
And what's crazy is because you distribute the weight through your team however you want.
Right.
And 2 guys go in there and they'll go at it. And then if both of them make it, and neither of one of them submit the one in 5 minutes, then they're out, and the next 2 guys. But if one guy submits the one guy,
chokes him out.
Yeah, chokes him out,
or
taps.
Yeah.
He goes out, his teammate comes in right away fresh, and it starts immediately again. Yeah. So the person
against the guy that
that submitted the guy.
Okay.
So it's like a crazy dynamic because you get all these different weights. And it's actually, man, it's a lot of fun. We're getting a lot of draw. We're the only people that have been doing the quintet tournament in the United States, and I'm very proud because we you know, with anything, like you gotta pivot, you gotta think about ways to entertain. My job is to put asses in the seats, and I love the sport. I'm a martial artist. I absolutely love fighting. I love combat, and man, I love giving back to these athletes and putting them on a big stage. And also what we've done is we've started a legit non-for-profit 501(c)(3)
NMTA, correct?
Yep, the National Muay Thai Association. We started that as well, and this is a way that we have scrimmages, and there's no winners.
All right, that's what I was going to ask you. There's no winners or losers.
There's no winners and losers, but 2 athletes will sign up, and they're going to go in there in a ring, and they're going to compete basically against each other. But there's no, like I said, there's no winners, no losers, but they know how they did.
They're full padded.
They're chest protectors and all this stuff. But you're in a room, like hundreds of people in there
screaming,
and you're going against someone you never went with.
Right.
And there's no knockouts, right? So if you get hurt, like there's no 8 counts, like we don't. But what it does is it gives the athlete a chance to experience what it's like.
Correct.
So it's just like
it's a teaching moment.
Yeah, it's just a step under a fight.
Right.
And this is the way to build up Muay Thai and build up athletes, because if you're just training in the gym and all of a sudden you go in a fight, well, guess what happens when you get hurt? Now the guy's trying to knock you out. Now you're trying to. Now you're done. Now you might get hurt.
Then you don't want to fight anymore.
You got to go to fucking work on Monday.
Right.
You know you're going to get busted up. So these events have been truly a blessing for the Muay Thai community, and more the how does Muay Thai get bigger? How does anything get bigger? It's got to be a household name.
Correct.
And that's what my goal is, to give back to sport for all it's done for me. So and you know what I mean,
honestly though, I mean, let's go back to that. Yeah. No. My son has done both and whatever, but what? All right. Now you're retired, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you fought professionally. You fought for glory, and you do the promotions, and you do the gym, and you do the MTA, right?
Yep.
Okay. What, in your mind, what makes you, I don't know, it's, what gives you not the drive? I know you have the drive. I always know you had drive. What makes you like the happiest? Like what like gives you the fucking adrenaline? Because I've watched you at the promotions. You sit there in your fucking suit.
I was going to say, catching a 5-pound bass.
Or what? Like, you know what I'm saying? But what the adrenaline comparison to like.
So what I love most about fighting is looking in an athlete's eyes when they're backstage.
Okay.
It's the most.
And what's it telling you?
It's telling me they're alive.
Okay,
they're scared out of their mind. They're trying to do their best. They're trying to keep it all together, because when you're back there in that locker room, about to fight, you're freaking the fuck out. You have this look in your eye. You're completely sober, and you're just like, the moment is trying to engulf you, and
Yes.
you have to wrestle it, and you have to go out there, perform in front of thousands of people, and you have to go out there and fight your hardest, even though you're going to be put through adversity.
Right.
And that is life. I love to see the look in an athlete's eyes before the fight because it gets me going. And then when you go in there and you watch these two athletes, and let's say someone gets dropped, right? And they're almost out of there, and then they come back and win.
Right.
It's amazing. It's a true story about grit and about life. Like, can you fight through adversity? Life is always going to knock us on our ass.
Yeah. I mean,
but that's the thing is, though, do you stay down? Do you give up? Do you be a pussy?
Right.
No. You bite down on your mouth guard and you get up and you keep fighting.
Right.
And that's what I love most about fighting. That right there is like as real as it gets.
No, I agree with you because I think a lot of what you're talking about has to do with life as well, like you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all gone through tragedy. We've
course.
all gone through ups and downs.
Mhm.
We all got to pay bills,
Yeah,
right? You
that's
know, it sucks. Sometimes we got some money and sometimes we don't, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the best thing about that is when October 1st turns, we can go right into the woods.
Into deer season, baby.
Grab some bears and whiskey and, you know.
So you always put this BK, and like I know I've asked you somewhat about it. I know you got the Amazon Prime, or you had your show.
Did. I don't know.
A Season to Remember.
Yeah.
I remember you sent me it, and I'm like, you're like, yeah, I got a series on Amazon.
Well, no,
Prime.
that was when we started. Well, you were training George for a year or two, and you didn't believe me.
I didn't believe you. I thought you were full of shit.
Well, I wasn't though.
No, you weren't. I watched it, and I was like,
but I know you were. Like a lot of people come to you and approach you, and I know at the beginning I'm like, I'm not going to call this asshole because he's not going to.
You know, when people come in, people come in the gym and be like, "Yeah, I'm a fighter. Yeah, how many fights you got? I got like 100 street fights." And I'm like, "Get the fuck."
Yeah, but a lot of people
fight your way out of a paper bag.
But what you did for my son, and what you still do for my son, whatever, he's taking a break, but what you have done for my son, and then I could see. But we evolved into friends because I know that you're a professional fighter. Everybody wants to be friends with you. But I'm like, hey, dude, let's go. Come on, let's go. But then you started fishing pretty heavy, right?
Yeah,
like,
super heavy. I love fishing.
Oh, fishing's great. Yeah. But then you were asking me questions and shit. And I'm like, all right, hey, here, dude, watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this.
It's true.
Watch this. And then you'll see.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing it for fucking 50 years now.
Yeah.
I'm not the best in the world. I'm not. But
how old does that make you? I'm just curious.
I'm 53, fucker.
Oh, shit.
How old are you?
I'm 39. I ain't 64.
Guess what? Respect your elders. No, but I love teaching guys like you. You know what? It's fun for me now. Like I went through my life with my dad, and my dad took me everywhere. I've been to Africa. I've been to Argentina. I've been to Alaska twice. I've hunted all over the world. And I was very fortunate for that because I had a phenomenal father. Yeah. Okay, and we were best of friends. Yeah. And that's the relationship I'm trying to build with my son. And I will always build my son, but I'm trying to turn my son into a phenomenal hunter and fisherman. And you're trying to turn him into a great fighter.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Absolutely.
So if you have both those things, I think moving forward in your life, you have discipline, like you teach him discipline. You teach him how to, deal with adversity, right?
Absolutely.
And then I teach him on the other end with, you do the same with your son, but it's one-on-one, baby. Yeah. It's up to you.
It's a recipe for a successeful adult. That's what it is.
And I did the movie. I did a movie in 2015. We filmed it. Yeah. It was highlighted on Sportsman Channel 2017. We put on Father's Day there. And I got a really good connected Sportsman Channel, Jake Thole. I don't know. Great guy. But I made some good relationships on what I did. I had a YouTube channel that blew up. I did all my own. It was a lot of work, But I had kids.
Life is.
Yeah, and I couldn't do it anymore. And I'm to the point now where if I'm going to do something, I want to make it 110% professional.
Oh, yeah.
Can I do a TV show? Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's make a film.
Yeah.
Let's make a film. Let's make something badass that everybody's going to appreciate. And you know what? The number one thing is I want to send a message, for one. And for two, I want it to touch your heart.
Yeah.
If it doesn't touch your heart, I'm not sending the message.
The easiest way to do that, and I always found, and why I've been successful and why I do what I do, because I move with my heart.
Correct.
I move in my heart. If it's not in my heart, I ain't doing it.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, I don't. I work hard, but I follow my heart. Like
right. And that's why people
always trying to move
appreciate
my
you.
heart.
Correct.
And yes, and they know. I say whatever. People know where they stand with me. Like I am who I am. Like
right.
Especially as I get older, I got the stash now.
Yeah,
and I don't give
you
a
look
fuck.
like a fireman. Just
yeah,
so you know.
A fire chief, like my son says. So,
do you want me to call somebody? I know some firemen. I mean, my cousin.
But one thing I want to say is that why I first respect you, and why, because like you said, a lot of people come up to me and try to talk to me, and like why at first I was like, man, this dude's pretty fucking cool. Yeah. It's because how serious you were about hunting.
Yes.
And I love anything.
Yes.
I'm talking. Could be tennis. It could be,
and that's why
it could be anything.
I know where you're going, and
Highest
that's why
athletes.
I think that me and you
Yeah.
hit it off as friends.
Yep.
Is because of I saw how important fighting was to you.
Yeah.
And how much you loved it, and how much it was your life.
Yep.
And you gave everything fucking to it, right?
Yep.
And then you looked at me.
Yep.
And saw the same thing
Yes.
when it came to the hunting and fishing.
Exactly.
Shit.
And that's what I respect the most. I don't care what it is or whatever it is that you do in life.
Correct.
You need to give your whole heart to it.
Yes.
Don't fucking just sit there and be okay at something in life. We're
Correct.
all have something burning in our heart and something that moves us. We need to chase that relentlessly and sacrifice whatever it is to try to become the best we can at it. And I respect the dedication and the drive and the passion in people's hearts for something that they love, and they take it seriously to the point where people say, "Oh, they're crazy." No,
you gotta be.
That's what I love, because when people say, I'm like, you're just fucking lazy. Yeah. That's the thing is you're just not that, and it's not in your heart.
And it's fine to be okay.
If
you want to be that, that's fine.
It's fine to be okay.
But for certain people, it is not for me and you.
So. I guess so. I think it's.
I mean, I know you don't.
I'm gonna say things that might upset people, but dude, we have one life here on this earth.
Correct.
I
agree with
life.
you.
Why not find out what our potential is? Why not find out what moves our heart? Why be an ant in an ant farm? Like that's my view. Because think about it, an ant just goes around and does what the fuck, just being a fucking ant, the day in and day out shit. What a waste of life. I'm gonna upset people, but that's how I feel. I'm an extreme guy.
I agree with you.
And I believe we're here. We should try to be the best we can and chase what's in our hearts. And you know what? If that pisses people off or people don't like it or whatever the case is, then fuck them. That's how I am.
agree with you.
And so I don't care if people like it.
So now I'm going to take it to another fucking turn.
Yeah.
So, okay. So on the farm, you hunt on the farm. Yeah. So I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but I'm there all the fucking time.
You are.
I'm there every fucking 2 weeks, taking care of the farm.
You are.
Checking cams, checking shit. And I know, I love everybody that hunts with us. Yeah. We have a great, I can't ask for a better group of guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Some guys get drunker than others and everybody fucks up. No, it's fun.
Yeah.
We all care about each other, and it doesn't matter who kills what, right?
Yeah.
So, Mikey, this is where I'm going to get you to tune in here. So, years ago, Mikey, who's behind the camera here, he came in, and my cousin Junior, Danny Jr., it's his brother. He's like, Mikey. I said, bring Mikey. Bring Mikey, What'd you shoot that first? Was it the first year you were there or second year?
Second year I was there officially. The first year I was there, I had a great look in the George Ball stand, and I was like kicking myself because I was so scared to even bring up my gun and spook it. But second year I was there, it was on Sunday, I think. Last
shot
day.
An 8 or 10?
No, I shot a doe, first deer.
But the 1 year you shot a buck.
Yeah, 1 year I shot a buck. It was a 10-point. Was like shitting my pants, absolutely shaking, going absolutely wild. Like I wanted to get down out of the stand so fast and just like.
But that's the point.
Like, do anything.
That's the point.
Like you have to be patient.
It
was awesome though. Like I remember my first doe, like 90-yard shot with no scope. I think it was your dad's gun.
Yeah, it was my dad's 20.
Yeah, it was his 20 gauge.
It was a Browning A-bolt.
And I don't think I've ever, I've played sports my entire life. I don't think I've ever been more excited, like in a sporting event, than that moment right there. Like I was shaking for maybe
and everybody
an hour.
Was super happy for him. Like it brings everybody together.
Yeah,
it really does.
That passion is like he's shaking. He's like, I want to jump out the stand and like yell and like that
what
right
he
there.
was just
That's
saying.
but that's what life's about.
Yes.
If you ain't feeling that, what the fuck
Forget
are you
about
doing?
it. Why are you doing it?
Yeah. That's
I mean-
that's the whole purpose of life.
Right.
To feel the highest of the highest, because life's going to give you the lowest of the lows, no matter what, whether you want them
And
or
that's
not.
why I said to you, I said, you want to get in hunting. You were bugging my ass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hang on. We got a bunch of guys in hunting. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
But I guess he's Richard Abraham. But no, I wanted you to shoot a bow.
Yeah.
Because
No,
I know how you
love-
are as a person,
Yeah.
and I know how focused
Yep.
you are. And if I gave you a bow, I know you would be. And I'm not taking anything away from anybody else I hunt with.
Yeah.
I know how dialed in you would be because I know how you are as an athlete and as a person that you are fucking nuts.
I'm an extreme guy. If I'm
And you
doing
would
something,
take
I
it
do it
to
all
a
the way.
different level.
Yeah, I'm all
Correct.
in or I'm all out.
So I'm bringing it to Mikey now. Back, Mikey is gonna get into bow hunting, and him and Larry.
Yeah.
I said, hey guys, go ahead, do whatever you want. You want a compound bow hunt? You want a crossbow hunt? That's fine. Now we got this whole concept of the crossbow, right? It used to be for youth and older people, which is fine. Everybody's gonna bust my balls right now for saying, okay, crossbow, whatever. I get it.
You are older.
I am older, but I still hunt with a compound.
Yeah,
I do.
I know.
I do.
You're a good shot, Billy. I'm not taking.
I'm a
nothing
bow
away from
hunter.
you. I'm just busting your balls.
I'm a true bow hunter, and I always will be. But I don't disagree with the crossbow. I think it's very ethical.
Yeah,
I think it helps the youth learn,
sure.
and for
I think
older
it's better
guys,
than a gun.
I do.
I think so.
I don't think there's going to be as many deer wounded.
Yeah.
And I have nothing. I have no problem with watching my buddy or Mikey or Larry or anybody picking up a crossbow.
Yeah.
And going and killing a deer.
And I think that, like, the one thing, the rifle thing, and I think the rifle thing is, like, cool and all, but, like, dude, you can hit a deer for 100+ yards out. I mean, like you said, that one day we saw 42.
Right.
I mean, we had so many. If we were to rifle
we got to murder them all.
Yeah, if we were rifle hunting, we'd have been out of there before sun. But, I mean, we'd have been out there.
But rifle hunting is a whole nother concept we go into. But it's
I get it. But, like, the one thing I really enjoy about the bow is very intimate.
Yes,
it is, because you're close.
Yes, you have to get
and
close.
There's so many, like you said, you got to pull back, straighten up, like relax the grip. You got to relax the grip, straighten.
We go back to form
and release.
Go back to
and
form.
It's so nice, man. I really like that. And until I start just hunting with a knife this year and jumping out of trees,
with no knife.
or I'm gonna paint up. I'm gonna crawl on the floor. I'm gonna crawl across the field.
It's never gonna happen. Bro. Never gonna happen. Well, then you're gonna hunt a different farm. I'm sorry.
I'm a dedicated.
Sorry. Go somewhere else. Ain't happening. No, our deer are pressured. Our deer are heavily pressured. I mean, it's hard to kill big deer by us. I mean, do we kill them? We do because we put in a time. But a highly pressured deer is. I mean, I've hunted in Kansas for whitetail. I've hunted in Southern Illinois. I've hunted a lot of places for whitetail. Iowa. I went to Iowa 2 years ago. Didn't really see a big one, but I'm to the point in my life where I can care less about shooting I don't know. I want something nice.
Yeah.
If I don't kill anything, I don't care. I'm good. I had a good moment. I had a good trip.
I popped my cherry. I killed that first deer. It wasn't the biggest deer, but it was like I said, I popped my cherry. Now, honestly, like when I'm out there,
all right. So here, I'm gonna give. You need to kill a big doe because a big doe,
yes,
a big doe is very hard to kill.
Yeah,
she's probably one of the smartest things in the woods.
Smarter than a buck.
Some of them are, yes, because they're protecting young.
Yeah.
Kill a big doe, and then honestly, like, so we can go into this conversation. Like, everybody's talking about score about deer and how big deer are, and like that deer right there, it died from EHD. That's a 175, right? Unfortunately, it died. I watched him for 3 years. He died. There's nothing you can do about it. But, like, okay, so you bring a new person. Do you give them a limit? A new person that wants to come and do you give them a limit? No, you can only shoot this and you can only shoot that. So on our farm, we've had a management program where that you don't want to shoot anything less than a 130.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people might not know that, but you try to grow, and I've always tried to grow. And I'm to the point in my life where I don't want to shoot anything. I want to shoot something big.
Yeah.
Or I'll shoot a couple does. Just get a little action,
Yeah, you killed enough deer.
If you haven't shoot anything like All right, I'm gonna bring back the Mikey. Mikey shot what? That 10-pointer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how big was that 10-pointer? 130s?
Yeah, it was around 130s. I think
right,
maybe even a little less, like
But
129.
now you know.
Yeah.
Right? Now you know what you want to shoot bigger, correct?
Exactly.
Just like George a couple years ago. So you set a limit and you do it, and then you work your way
keep
up.
working the bar up.
Right.
Keep
So
leveling up.
you bring a newbie in, shoot whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Let them get that
Pop that
experience.
cherry.
Yeah, let them have that. Like, give them that moment. Like, hunting has become so. Everybody's worried about horns and score, and no one's worried about the moment.
Yeah.
It's about the moment.
Well, we live in the Instagram world, Facebook world, and it's different. Like, people are always so infatuated with their phones, infatuated with so many other things. It's kind of a shame because it's like, as human beings, we're just losing just hanging out in the moment. Just like, I know right now the cameras are on and shit. I've done plenty of interviews in my life, and like I'm just having a blast sitting here talking with you, just drinking,
Right,
and just bullshitting about life, like we always do.
We always have done that.
Yeah, and that's
We've done that from day one, though. Once we
that's
became
life.
friends, though,
Yeah,
right?
But yeah, 100%, and that's life. And I think a lot of people, they're forgetting, hey, life is happening. It's not happening on Instagram and Facebook. It's happening right now. Every second of the day.
But obviously, if we got to run a business and do shit, we can eat it. Right?
Yeah,
which is kind of fucked up.
I understand that. It's just a lot of people forget to live in the moment,
Right?
And they forget about this, and they deal with anxiety and other bullshit because they're not living in the moment.
And I think that's another problem too, is with the anxiety and all the bullshit, is because of the fucking phones and all the social media.
Yeah, they're a terrible thing. I mean, I like them, but to be honest with you, man, I fucking hate them.
Everybody's worried about their ego and image.
I wish all that shit would just go down. I really do. I
do too.
Like it's a good thing for obviously marketing and other reasons and connecting and stuff like that. But people are so fucking fake on there. It's disgusting.
They're trying to portray something that they're not.
They're not. And that's it. And the one thing people like. People will learn about me, especially on this podcast and everything. I don't give a fuck.
Well,
I'm gonna say whatever.
Well, you
people
should.
might not like me, but you will always.
Are you really worried about people liking you?
No.
At this point in your life,
I don't give a fuck.
No,
people always know they will stand with me.
Right. So, do you really care?
No.
You don't.
I want to tell them all off. I wish they all fight me at the same time.
No one's probably gonna fight you. Ain't that dumb?
Yeah.
Unless give me a bottle of whiskey. Maybe
it's
I'll
good
fight
talking to you, brother.
Yeah. Billy Katz here. Professional hunter, fisherman, and filmmaker. Check out BillyKats.com and see what a true story is really about. Thanks.
I'm Richard Maximus Abraham, gym owner, fight promoter, non-for-profit president. Please check us out. I really appreciate all the support. God bless.